Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by today's title of the video, we are going to be going more in depth on our experience here in Ciudad Juarez for my husband for his interview with the Consulado Americano. So more of like a Q&A vibes, and we're going to tell you our experience, just how things went for us. And yeah, if you have any more questions, make sure to leave a comment down below and we're going to try to answer as many as possible. And hopefully with this video you get a little bit more educated and have more knowledge of how the experience is. We ourselves, and I know my husband did, saw so many videos, and that's how he was able to get more knowledge, and he was able to be more con más confianza, know the process, how everything was going to be.
Yeah, because that does help a lot when you obviously do your research, you know. So you can only obviously your lawyers are only going to tell you so much. But
yes, that's
when you do your little bit your own research, you kind of got more of an idea, you know.
And we want to do the same thing. We want to help people and tell them our experience. And once again, this is our experience. This is everything.
Vary, you know?
Yes, everything depends by case.
It's different, so it's gonna just depend on your case. So
yes, for sure.
This is our experience, and that kind of gets you a little bit going on, get you an idea, you know, get you an idea of what you for you to expect over here. Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
And guys, this is no legal advice. This is just us giving you our experience, and that's it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the day that we arrived. We arrived on a Monday. We checked in on our hotel one day early before any of his appointments because we wanted to scout around where all the buildings were. So we chose to stay here at Holiday Inn Express and Suites, and it's all the buildings are on the same road.
So we do recommend y'all to get like maybe a day, at least a day. That way you can kind of scout it out, you know where everything's at, kind of get an idea. So we do recommend that for sure.
So like he said, you know, as soon as we got here, we started asking questions like, hey, where is this? Where is this? And then as soon as we were told where they were at, we just went and walked around, and we're like, okay, yes, this is where our cita médica is going to be. This is where the consulado is, and this is where we're going to do our biometrics appointment. So yeah, and also guys, we do really recommend this hotel because they have amazing breakfast. Like, I cannot like stress enough how amazing this is. Like, there back home, like obviously you get your waffles, your pancakes, and all that stuff. But here you get like real Mexican food, guys. Like every morning, chilaquiles, huevos, frijoles, tortillas de harina. Of course, you have your cereal and your frutas and all that stuff. But like every day it was something different, like salchicha con huevo, salchicha con. It's just really good. Like my expectations for breakfast has skyrocketed.
And it's not bad. The hotel's not bad. It's actually pretty decent. You know, it's pretty nice. I mean, we booked it on like, okay, you know, we don't want to get like
something too expensive.
Yeah, we don't want nothing too high, but we don't want nothing too low. We wanted something in between, just because obviously you want to be kind of comfortable, and you know, and the hotel, like she said, it's in the same strip, so all you do is walking distance. Everything's in walking distance for us, you know, so we can just, the consulado and everything's right there, so it helped us and it benefits us. A lot of the hotels are across or further down or something, then that's even further. Sometimes you got like, they don't tell you, but you got to cross some highways. Like there's a Maria Bonita, like you got to cross a big highway just to be able to come to the consulado. So that's things that you keep in mind, you know, really do your research, kind of like we tell you we did. Now it gives us an idea where we really wanted to stay, where we really wanted to be at, you know what I mean?
And also if we did not want to explore, we do have a restaurant literally on the same street as where the hotel is.
Right next door.
Yeah, right next door. If that's where you want to have dinner every night, you can do that. The mall is literally right in front of us.
Right in front of us.
If you need to go to the mall, if you need to go work out, they have a gym there. If you want to go to the movies, we've been to the movies. We went to the mall, just looked around. Starbucks is literally just down the street, guys. This is like a really good location, but that is just our opinion. Okay, so that's day one. So we come to day two, Tuesday. Tuesday is when he had his cita médica. So this is his medical exam. His appointment was at 7 o'clock. When I made the appointment for his cita médica, they also told us like, hey, just let us know where you're staying and we can go pick you up. So I did call them on Monday and I told them we're staying at this hotel. They were here at 6:45 or 6:30, 6:45 to pick him up. And they took him to the cita médica. And the one that we chose to go with was CMI, Cita Médica Internacional. So we chose to go with them. They picked him up.
And the cool thing about it, like if your spouse comes with you, like, you know, I didn't want her to stay in the hotel like the whole entire time. So we did ask, because she'd go with us, and they were like, yeah, that's fine. Like, they didn't mind, so
Yes.
your spouse is able to go. Obviously, if you
Can't go inside with
yeah,
them.
you can't go inside, but she was able to,
Still in the waiting room.
go with us. Yeah.
So yes, like he said, I was able to go with him. I was not able to go inside the cita médica with him.
Yeah,
so they have a waiting area, and guys, this area is also in case whenever you come to do your consulta, if it's a rainy day and your husband or your wife or whoever you go with has an interview with the consulado and it's a really ugly day, you can actually go to this building and wait for them inside. They allow you to do that as well. Documents that they asked him for right off the bat was for his COVID card vaccine, vaccination record. You need a confirmation email printed out. So they will email you, once you make your appointment, they will email you a confirmation sheet, and you have to print that out with another sheet that they ask you to fill out. And they also asked him for his passport. That's all the documents they asked him for, and they did ask him one question. What did they ask you?
¿Quién te pide?
¿Quién te pide? Guys, we learned that your interview actually starts on this day. They start asking you small questions, and then everything gets sent to the consulado. So on
Keep
this
that in
day,
mind.
yes,
Yeah, keep that
always be careful what you answer and how you answer, because they will tell the consulado everything. And even at the consulado, they're going to repeat the same question just to see and compare, did you answer the same way, or did you change it up? How did you answer, and all that stuff. But
because y'all got to remember, when you apply for this process, you got to ask certain questions too. So
yes,
you got to keep that in mind. Like,
you have to answer the same
yeah,
way.
you have to answer everything. I mean, unless something has changed. Like, if you get in trouble with the police, obviously you let them know, like, hey,
Yes.
I've been in trouble. But most of that should have been kind of cleared up by then. So,
and like
keep that in mind.
for our case, we had another child since we turned in our information.
Yeah.
So he had to update that, and he had proof to show, like, this is my son's birth certificate. But anyways, so that's all the documents that they asked him for and the question, and they did take a picture of him. And then ahí luego, after you take your picture, luego they make you sit down in an area to do your eye exam. So immediately he had his eye exam done, super quick, super easy.
Yeah.
And then after that, the guy instructed him, go to the back building, and that's where you're going to do your medical
second
portion.
building,
Yeah. So
and
only he could go on this
Yeah,
part.
I'm about to say, keep that in mind. She stayed in the first building, and then
Yes.
I went to the second one, and she
That
couldn't
was
come
it.
with me.
Mm-hmm. So he went to the second building, and there they asked him for his COVID card again. They drew blood work. They did not do a urine test. They did do x-rays on his pulmones, on his lungs. And then they asked him for his medical history, simple questions like whenever you go to your doctor, like, are you diabetic? Do you have a high blood pressure?
Yeah.
Simple questions like that. And then they did...
Yeah.
Yes, and then the questions here that they asked him were, your criminal record. Do you have a criminal record?
Yeah, you ever been arrested and stuff like that? They do ask you all that.
Yes, detained, in trouble, or anything with the police. And then they asked him, do you do drugs or alcohol?
Yeah.
And
or you smoke.
or do you smoke?
Do you
as
do
well?
drugs, smoke, or alcohol? And then they do name certain drugs and stuff too. So keep that in mind.
So just be, very confident, very chill about it. Don't say the mas. That's something that they did tell us a lot. Like, just go straight to the point and don't say too much, because
you're gonna incriminate
incriminate yourself. Yeah,
incriminate yourself.
So pretty simple questions. And also, guys, every case is different. My husband needed 2 vacunas, but some people needed more. Some people didn't need any. Some people actually had to have more exams done. Like instead of the blood work, they had a urine test. Some people or both.
I've heard of both, because the research that we've done, some people will get both. They will eat blood test and urine. And luckily I didn't. They just say all they needed was blood work done, and that was it.
Yes. And then going back to the drug and alcohol question, some people, depending on how they answered, they got sent to the psicólogo. So they had to go to the psicólogo, and then they did a further investigation to see if they had like a substance abuse, or if they were their mental state was not all there. So thank goodness, he didn't have to go there. But like I said, every case is different. Depending on how you answer is what more exams it will do.
And then a lot of it has to depend on your background too. Because
Yes.
if you've been in trouble with the police about DWI or something, even though you got it cleared up, if they know about it, they're more than likely going to send you over there, because they're going to have to further investigate if you still have a drinking problem, or if you've been in trouble with the drugs. Same thing, Oh, they do send you over there if you have tattoos. More than likely, you're going to go to the
Yeah.
counsel. What is it, counselor?
Con el consular, no, con el psicólogo.
Psicólogo, my bad.
Yes,
yeah.
because they just want to make sure that your tattoos are not gang related. They want to know the meaning, and they want you to verbally say, like, this is what my tattoo means, and this is why I got it, you know?
Yeah, I remember that girl we met too.
Yes.
See, we met a girl here, and then she went to an exam, and they pushed her to say what exactly does that mean, and asked her again. Like, yeah, they push you pretty hard if you have tattoos, you know?
Yes,
so.
and guys, another tip, do not stand up when you're not told. Do not do things if you're not told. Just literally, like, just wait until they verbally tell you, stand up, sit down, come over here. Because my husband experienced this guy as well at the medical part, where he stood up because the person in front of him left, and he thought it was his time to stand up and sit down where this guy left, and he got yelled at by the medical.
We were all looking at each other like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah. So,
I mean, they're all strict. Overall, they're kind of nice. Like, I don't think they're that bad, but obviously if you do something that makes them mad, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're frustrated already, you know? So that guy got yelled at, you know, and like they told him, who the heck told you to get up? And this,
they didn't say it like that, but
not like that, but they're like, ¿Quién te dijo que te levantaras? You know, and he's like, well, I just
thought it was my turn
because the guy just left. He's like, well, nobody told you to get up. You need to sit down until you get told to get up. And I was like, damn, all right.
So yeah, that's another tip. Just wait for them to instruct you to stand up, sit down, or whatever, just to avoid stuff like this. Of course, we don't want to be on their bad side. We want to make sure to be on their good side.
Yeah.
But so going back, you do pay for the medical exam. He paid, and it goes back to, it depends on what exams you got done. He paid around $270 for the medical exam itself, and then he paid another about $170 for his vaccinations. So he paid almost $400 total, but every case is different. Like I said, it just depends on what exams you got done and how many vaccines you need. So yes, he paid almost $400 up front. And you can also pay with pesos or US dollars.
You can pay with your credit card if you if you have it with you. I mean, like, it does vary because there is a guy that was in front of me, and I heard his case. He got paid like $600 or something like that. So it just depends on how many vacunas they put on you. So
yes. Yeah. So that was pretty much it. They did tell him to come back at 3:00 for his results, and they actually called us early. We were there by noon, and we picked up a black envelope, and it's like a plastic bag. And do not open this envelope, because this is what you will turn into the consulado. So his black envelope was stapled with some papers, and that was just like to show record. That was just to show record that what vaccinations he got, and it was stapled together. I just carefully removed the staple, and I did not damage the envelope. But yes, do not open the results. This you do have to give to your first interview appointment. On this day, guys, he was there in and out within about an hour to an hour and a half max. It was a pretty quick visit, and also he did go well dressed. Every day he went very well dressed. He went as dressed to impress, pretty much.
Except for the huellas, Except for the huellas, I mean, I wore a pretty nice, decent shirt. Nothing like no button up or nothing like that. Just just regular jeans and a regular T-shirt for the huellas, but. For the medical, I did button-up shirt. For my 2 entrevistas, button-up shirt. So
yes.
I do recommend you to kind of dress up a little bit. You got to think about it. Like, this could determine your life. Either you get approved or you don't. So
yes, for sure.
Don't go all. What you say, like.
We'll get to that in a few minutes. I know what you're talking about. And also, guys, that pretty much concludes for day 2 for his cita médica. But I also wanted to include that on this day, he also went to go get his cartas de no antecedentes penales. And this hotel took us to the location to where to get this carta de no antecedentes penales. To be honest, guys, he did not need it, but we wanted to be on the safe side, and we went to go get it just in case. And he also had to pay a fee there. But the guy here helped us so much. He told us, look, you're going to go inside this building. You're going to pay the fee. You're going to walk around behind the building to a different building. And there you're going to fill out the form. And then once you fill it out, you give it to the girls up front. And then they give you your pretty much just like
it doesn't take long. Record. I think it's like maybe
it was
a couple of dollars or something, $4, $5, I think, something. And then once you do that, you fill it out, man, it doesn't even take that long. No. It takes less than 5 minutes.
But everyone's different, because some people have the same names.
Oh yeah. If you have the same name, then yeah, it takes a little longer. But if you don't, then
Pretty quick.
yeah, it's pretty quick. Like not even 5 minutes. We were in and out. Like
Yes.
didn't take long at all.
So 2 tips for if you do need your cartas de no antecedentes penales, take a pin because they will sell you a pin.
Yeah,
They do not share pins. So we had to buy a pin.
Which is this one right here?
Yeah, which we still have.
Yeah.
There's a lady out there selling pins. Okay, so you do need a pin, and then also you will pay a fee. And then last, one tip that the guy told us is whenever you're filling out your form, it's going to ask you, what do you do for a living? Just put employer, because if you go into more in depth, they have to do further investigation. And just for you to have a quick and easy result for your form, just put that you are an employer, employee.
Yeah, because if you do that, it's going to take an extra day. And you don't really want it to go for the extra day. No. I mean, you just need a quick background check. Make sure you're obviously haven't done nothing bad. So
yes. So that takes care of day 2. So now we go to day 3. This is Wednesday. This is his biometric appointment. This is the quickest appointment of all his citas.
Yeah, that's the huellas.
Yes, that's for the huellas. On this day, all they asked him was for his passport and the DS-260 sheet. So
with the barcode.
Yes, with the DS-260 packet, obviously there's a lot of papers, but they are only looking for one paper that has a barcode on the bottom. So make sure to take that. And if you happen to forget it, there's buildings right beside this building that you can actually print it out there. But yes, definitely take that one sheet. That's all they want. The barcode on the bottom. You need your passport, and they take photos for your residencia.
Yeah, you don't have to take no extra photos. I mean,
some people do, but they have to take them.
They still have to take them because they want what you look like at the moment. You know what I mean? So another thing too, make sure you have those papers, because don't get the wrong DS-260, because there was a lady in front of me, she got the wrong one. She didn't have that one with the barcode. And I got scared because I was like, oh, what if I don't have that one, But luckily mine did have the one with the barcode, and I was able to keep going. She had to leave and get back in line and then be able to come back in,
Yes.
So make sure you check.
Yes, for sure. That's the important one with the barcode. So we did arrive early to this appointment, and they were going by 10-minute increments. So, for example, his appointment was at 3 o'clock, so they had the 2:30, 2:40, 2:50 appointments, and then the 3 o'clock. Pretty quick, pretty easy.
Yeah, they don't take long at all.
Yes, and of course, at this appointment as well, only he went inside. I had to wait outside. And you did not pay anything there, correct?
No, you don't pay nothing. They do take your fingerprints there, too, obviously, for his las huellas. So they'll, both of your hands and stuff like that. And they do take your picture right there. When you sit down, there's like, little sections. Then, you go in and she'll tell you, hey, picture time. So
yes. Okay. So pretty quick, pretty easy. Maybe there maximum for about an hour. I don't think it was an hour, but let's just say an hour.
It was less than that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So now we go to first interview. This is on Thursday. So the first interview, his appointment was at 7:30. We showed up at 7 o'clock. And at this first appointment, they really don't respect your appointment time, because at the first appointment, you only turn in documents. So here, the documents that he was asked for was the results for your medical exam, so the black envelope, the DS-260 barcode sheet again, correct? Mm-hmm. Tu pasaporte, la carta de no antecedentes penales. Remember, he did not need it, but they asked him for it. Thank goodness we had it. And then they asked him for his birth certificate, the long one, the original one that states, where the hospital and all that stuff, his parents, grandparents, and all that stuff. And they asked him for our marriage license. They asked him for my address, which obviously is both of our address. Yeah. But they, like I said, remember, they're trying to play trick questions on you to see if you're going to lie.
Mess up somewhere,
yes. They asked him for his phone number, and then they asked him one question. Do you have one children? And he said...
Keep that in mind. We have 2.
Yes, and he said, no, I have 2. Okay, and like I said earlier, at this appointment, he was very well dressed, and he just went to go turn in documents. And at this appointment, they told him, okay, your next appointment is tomorrow, Friday at 8:30. Yep. And that was it. At this appointment, he was there for about an hour max as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't take long.
No. All right, so we come to the second interview, guys. So on the second interview, he had his appointment at 8:30. We showed up at 7:30. But at this appointment, they did respect the appointment time because they had people waiting once again, if your appointment's at 8 o'clock, you stand here. If it's at 7 o'clock, you stand here.
Yeah.
And at this appointment was the longest appointment. It was almost a 3-hour appointment in his case. There were people there that were still even longer.
Yeah, we met some people, right? They were there till, 12,
yes.
12:30 or something like that. They were telling us.
I waited at the bridge that was across the highway where I could see from a distance when the door was opening, and I was just waiting for him to come out. One tip I will say, people brought lawn chairs. They brought the folding chairs.
Yeah, we thought about that.
Yes.
Right? We're like, man, we didn't know they would have brought that. Yeah,
Yes,
so keep that in mind if you want to bring your little lawn chair
Yes.
and wait. Yeah.
If you don't want to wait where the cita medica was, because like I said earlier, you can wait there. If you want to wait outside like I did, there was people on the stairs for the bridge. I was on top of the bridge. There was people there with me as well, but I did see people that had their chairs with them, and I was like, I have not heard anyone mention that.
Yeah,
but
which would be a good thing to do because you're real close, and luckily the store's right there. So I mean, if you want a drink or something, just walk into, fold your chair and go into the store and get you something to drink, some chips or something, pa pasarla, you know.
Yes. So if you are waiting for your spouse or someone, a family member, that they are inside the interview, take a chair, take money for because like you said, the store is right there.
Yeah, it's right there in the corner.
Yes.
You know, and the same thing. You'll see everybody waiting, and then the store's right there.
Yes, so. And there are also people selling food. So se te va a antojar también. Okay. So now that they did not ask him for any more documents at this appointment. Lucky for him, because there are other people that they still asked him for more documents. And questions that they asked him, they were actually more of a yes or no questions.
Yeah.
So they asked him, is Rosa your petitioner? Me. Yes. What does she do for a living? Do you work? How many children do you have? He asked two. Remember, they had already asked him this. Are your children U.S. citizens? Do you have DACA? And then they saw, you do have a waiver approved. You know what? I'm not going to ask you for your DACA cards.
Because normally they would ask you for all your DACA cards. I recommend, if you have DACA, make sure you take them with you.
All of them.
All of them, you know. I even took my social, you know, just in case they asked.
Yes.
But normally they do ask for them. But she didn't. She said, no, you got your waiver, you're good. And that was it. She's like, you can keep them, you know. Like, I don't have to go with and take them from you. All right, cool. You know. And
I was also looking for. I've seen some cases that people don't have all of their DACA cards, so they take their approvals.
Yeah, you could do that. Your approvals too, because I mean, either one will work. You know, but if you have the cards, save them and take them. You know what I mean?
So yeah, we did ask for a waiver. It was approved, so that she saw on the computer, like, yes, I do see that you have your waiver approved, so I'm not going to ask you for your DACA cards. And then they also asked them, was your wife born in the United States? No, I was not born in the United States. I did the citizenship through the naturalization, and he also had that with him just in case they needed proof.
Yeah, I could have like easily been like, yeah, she was born there. Then they would have been like, hey, well, what's up, man? You know? No,
they have a computer right there.
Yeah, they have a computer. Everything they're asking you, they're going off of that. So they know everything. I don't know, like you said, I don't know how, but they know everything.
They're just trying to catch you in a lie.
Just trying to, all they really want you to do is to be honest. And that's what we're trying to give you an advice. Just be honest. I mean, you know, just tell them the truth, because, you know, if you lie, it goes worse. Like, they're just going to say, oh, he's a liar, and that's it. You're done, you know? So it's better just be honest.
Be honest,
you know?
Yes. More questions that they asked them is, where did y'all meet? They asked him for a little story of how we met. So he answered, we went through the church, and then, but she wanted more in depth. Yes, she wanted a more in depth answer.
She goes, who asked who out and stuff like that, you know? So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
So then he, told him the story. And guys, we're taught to just be very straight with your answers. But at this interview, they wanted to be more in depth.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, most of everything that we look, it's like, oh, just be straightforward. And I mean,
don't say
most of the time you can, if they're asking you, hey, do you have this doc? Okay, yes. Straightforward to what they ask you. But this one, she asked like, hey, and I said, oh, we met at the church. And then she's like, well, I need more, like, how did y'all meet? Who asked who out? Yeah, she's like, and I told her a little story, and then she's like, oh, she started smiling and laughing, and she's like, okay, cool, and that was it. Like that, ya se terminó. That was it.
More questions that they asked him was, do you have tattoos? Mind you guys, already at the cita médico, they already had asked him. They already had checked out his body to see if there was any tattoos. So they once again asked him, do you have tattoos? Just to see if he would lie.
Which she has the medical. In the medical, you remember, at the medical, they ask you if you have tattoos. That's why in the medical, te quitan la ropa. And you can stay in your underwear, but te quitan la ropa and they check you for tattoos. So I don't have tattoos. But they will ask you to make sure, you know, you're
not lying.
Yeah, you're not lying.
So the last question that they asked him was, ¿Te cruzó tu mamá? Did your mom cross you over? And he just said, I don't know.
Yep.
So that's another tip that he likes to give people. Do not involve anyone. Just say, yes, you don't know. Because sometimes they'll ask you, like, si te pasó un coyote. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't.
I mean, if you don't,
ever
if you were that young, more than likely you don't remember. So, I mean, you just don't know. Like, you know, leave it simple. Don't have to go into details. Oh, el primo me cruzó, la prima. No, you don't. If you're not for sure, bro, just don't say nothing, you know?
Yes.
There's no reason to bring that up. Just straightforward. No, I don't know.
Okay, and then after all of those questions, they did give him back all of his documents that he had turned in on day 1. And then they told him, welcome back to the United States. Your visa has been approved.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, that was a great feeling. I was real happy when they said that. Welcome back. This was
and then they told him you should have your visa within 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
Mind you guys, his last appointment was on a Friday. So then we have the weekend, and then Monday was Labor Day.
We're like, dang it, bro.
So Monday was Labor Day, so there was a 3-day weekend. So technically Tuesday was day 1. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So between Wednesday and Thursday was when we should receive.
Well, keep this in mind. Missy over here only booked it till Thursday. So we were like right on the dot. I told her, I was like, man, I heard sometimes it takes a little longer. I was like, you should have booked it the whole freaking, you know, that whole 2 weeks, which it would have been till Friday at least, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, we're going to get it. We're going to get it
in 3 days.
Yeah, we're going to get it in 3 days max. And I'm like, dude, that still would have put us up Friday.
Testing our luck.
And then I was like, man. So today
today's
Thursday. And so today was our last day here. You know, or technically our last day for the hotel. So if it took longer, we're going to have to get another hotel because ya no tienen cuartos aquí. So we had some in mind already. And I told her, I was like, well, we'll wait till, you know, because we talked to a guy, right? Yesterday we talked to a guy that, I don't know if you saw her Snapchat. So I made a friend over there at the bottom.
Always making friends.
Yeah, I made a friend, and his daughter was here for the same process, and she got approved Thursday, and it took 2 days, and she just got approved yesterday. Her email yesterday. My bad, I apologize. So her email got here yesterday, and we were like, well, since she got approved Thursday, then man, hopefully today would be my day, Thursday, you know?
Because you were approved Friday.
Because I was up, I got approved Friday, she got approved Thursday, so we were hoping for that, and we're like, man, she was like, hey, como, ¿qué horas llegó el email? Dijo, oh, como las 8, and we're like, man, I was
waiting for that email.
Las 8 llegó, and I'm like, no,
refresh,
I was like, dang it, dude, and then she checked, nada, and we're like, le dije, bueno, pues ni modo, si para las 12 no nos manda nada, like, just get another room, and we'll just stay one more night, you know, like, it is what it is. So, we were hoping for that, and we were gonna do this video, and then she's like, we got that email. I'm like, let's go. I was like, you know what? Grab your stuff. Let's go. And then we're like, she didn't read it. I was like, what'd you read? She's like, do we need anything? And she read it.
All I saw was that your packet was ready, but I didn't read all of the small instructions that said you still have to wait an hour for you to pick it up.
Yeah, so we're like, oh, okay, well, let's just do the video, you know? So we're like, I guess, you know, burn a little bit of time, because they said after we get the email, 1 hour. 1 hour. All right.
So yeah, guys, so it pretty much took 3 days for us to receive the email after he was approved.
So it's 2 full days. The third day is the day that you get, if you get, you know, a 2-day window, then it has to be 2 business days. So that's what ours took.
Yes. So everyone's a little different. Some people still have to turn in more documents, and it's going to be a longer process. But gracias a Dios, everything was on our side. Jesus was on our side. And we get to pick up the package. We're about to go pick it up. So one thing about this is it's a packet. We are told to not open it until we get to the Border Patrol agent. He will open the package for us, and he will check to make sure whatever he needs for him to go back over to the United States and have that legal entry. But One thing that I did want to mention is after you received your passport and it has been stamped that you do now have a legal entry for you to go back and forth, you can go actually back to Mexico as many times as you want. You don't have to wait for your residencia. We thought you had to wait for your green card for him to be able to come back to Mexico, but nope. After it's sealed or stamped, you're good to go back and forth as many times as you would please. Yep. And also, I wanted to go back and say that earlier he had mentioned about how to go dress for these interviews. We don't want to say that they profile you or, how you go dressed. Some people say go very comfortable. You're going to be waiting there for hours and stuff, which we understand, But we go back to saying we want to dress to impress. We want to make sure to let them know, like, we do care about this interview and we're not going to be here very full-on with our sweats.
You got to think about it. This is
a very important interview.
Yeah, very important interview. It's not like you're going somewhere else. Like, there's a lot to determine. It's going to, determine a lot in your life. So, I mean, you want to kind of dress up, decent. I'm not saying go full tuxedo or nothing like that, but there is people.
There are people that
we did see some people that were dressed up real nice with the tux and everything, But I mean, you don't have to go all that out.
Yeah, guys. So just go dressed very well. That's what I recommend. I did also.
This is probably like the one time that I fixed my hair. Like, I haven't fixed my hair in a long time. I usually get haircuts, but sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I wear caps most of the time. And these days, man, I was fixing my hair. I was fixing it every day to, because obviously I don't know if you're allowed to wear. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to wear hats, but I mean I wouldn't. I just.
Another thing, guys, for these interviews, you're not allowed to wear necklaces. You can't wear your wedding band. You can't wear your Apple Watch. Couldn't take a belt because you do go through a metal detector. So all of that. Cell phones, they have to be off. And actually, you can't take your cell phones, right? You could take
to the exam. You can, but it has to be turned off.
Yes, but the interview, no.
Yeah, the interviews once you get to those interviews, and for the way-outs, it has to be turned off. And then the two interviews, the main interviews to the consulado, you're not allowed to take your cell phones. Nothing. Pretty much. So just leave it. If you come by yourself, leave it at the hotel somewhere. Hide it somewhere, but don't bring it because they're gonna send you back.
And they will tell you can either throw it away or go back and find someone to hold it for you. Also, I did find out the Oxxo, the little store right close to the consulado, they can actually hold your phone for 50 pesos. So if you have enough confianza or if you just happen to forget, you can also drop it off there and they will charge you for you to just leave it there, 50 pesos. But we just recommend, if you have someone that can hold it for you, give it to them or just leave it at the hotel. Can't take your belt, can't take your phone, Apple Watch, necklace, nothing like that. He did take boots. I know some people were saying don't take boots. It's a big deal. But no, he took boots. No, you can take
boots. And like she's saying, don't bring anything. Even watches, like certain watches, you can't because there was a couple of guys in front of me. They got sent back. And I mean, you got to think about it. These lines are huge. They're not like little lines. Oh, well, it's all right. I'll come back. No, they're really big. So by the time you get in trouble with something, they send you. They're like, hey, throw it away or go back in line.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? If you don't want to throw it away, then you're gonna have to go drop it off and then come back.
Yes.
So it's better to just no te llevas nada and you're set. You're good. I left my necklace, my phone. I didn't even take a belt, but you are allowed some belts. I don't know. I didn't risk it. I didn't. But I did see some people with the belt.
Yes.
Certain people, but pa que arriesgarle. I didn't want to take that chance of for the belt. Heck, and I just took everything off, left it with her, and that was it, and no problems,
Yes.
Very simple.
So before we end this video, I do want to mention one group on Facebook that helped me out so much. People posted their experiences. People asked so many questions, and they help you out. I had asked so many questions, and a lot of people told me, gave me tips. They can actually recommend places. If you don't want to stay at a hotel, you want to stay at someone's house. There are people that have houses that they rent the rooms. They have apartments that they rent out. So I wanted to recommend this page on Facebook. It's called Citas al Consulado Americano en Ciudad Juarez, Grupo. My phone's cracked, but yes, that's right there. That's the page. And I'll try to take a screenshot and put it on there.
Yeah, we'll try to put some details on there,
But I really recommend this page. It helped me out so much. Right. Yes. People that were on the same boat as us, people that were in the same process. Literally everyone that's on this page is on the same process, just different cases. And we are all here for the same process.
Yeah, we're all here for the same reason,
Yes.
I mean, we're just like she said, there's just a little bit difference. Everybody's case is different, but
yes,
we're all here for the same goal. You know, that's
yes.
it. So
yes.
the group on there, they help you out. You know, they
So much.
certain questions, whatever you need, and even us. I mean, with this video, hopefully it helps you out. And if you have any more questions, put it in the comments.
Yes.
You know, she'll respond to y'all. You know, we're not gonna be like, oh, that's it. You know, no, like we're gonna try to help y'all out because. But that's why we look for videos too, and she found that that website. But I was looking through videos for so long just to be able to get an idea. You know,
yes.
Just you feel more confident when you know what you're facing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you're just going in there blind, then kind of sucks. You know.
Yes. But yeah, guys. So that pretty much concludes our experience here at the Consulado Juarez, and we really hope that we were able to help you with something. You were able to learn something from our experience. And like Ray said, if you have any more questions, leave a comment down below.
Yep.
And I will try to get to you as soon as possible. But that is pretty much it. We're about to go pick up his package and then head home because we miss our children.
Yeah, we miss them already.
And we're just ready to go.
And
back.
they're mad. One of them is mad.
Is a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so that is pretty much it. We really hope you all get to experience
we wish y'all
this.
the best, you know.
It is a very emotional and I know it's a very stressful situation to be in. But let me tell you guys, all the stress and all the sacrifice that you do for your family is all worth it.
Yeah.
And we just wish you all the best and pray that everyone gets to experience this emotional feeling that we felt whenever we had to come over here. But
yeah, prayers, guys. I mean, we'll make sure, we wish y'all the best, and, we want all of y'all to be in the same boat, get approved and get to see your family again, because that's the scary part. Sometimes you just don't know what can happen, so.
Yeah. I mean, even us, we had doubt to even come over here. We actually wanted to reschedule.
Yeah.
But we put all of our faith to God and said, this is your choice.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, because we did like, because it's a scary process, man. Like, sometimes some people do get approved, some people don't. It's just, that's how it goes, Yeah. So that's why it's very important to be honest, and, your chances are a lot higher if you're honest.
Yes.
But, I mean, for us, it's like, we were scared, and, like she said, we just said, you know what, if it's meant for us to come back, then it is, like, we're going to put our faith to God, and don't lose your faith, because that's where, you start doubting yourself. What, but as long as you stay true to yourself and, you keep your faith there strong, and you'll come back,
Yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. We really hope you enjoyed this video, and let us know.
Hopefully it helped.
Yes, let us know if there's anything more that we can do for you guys.
Write them in the comments.
We'll see you guys on our next video. And I don't think I mentioned it, but we do have a vlog coming out. Make sure to go check it out, and it will be the next video posted. So make sure to check it out, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow us. And that way you can see a little bit more of us. And that's it. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Later.
Bye.